Welcome to the Fantasy Meta channel.
Hey guys, welcome again back to NFL Meta 1, the channel that I created to make some videos about fantasy football. Today, second part of running back players to target or avoid, especially edition for like what happened because of the draft. Last time we went over from the Arizona Cardinals to the Kansas City Chiefs. Today that means we start with the Las Vegas Raiders, which brings us to an interesting team when it comes to running back. We have here the is it written like this? Yeah, Ashton Chandy. Exactly. We have here Ashton Chandy. Don't get me wrong. I will definitely be, if he's not having problems with injuries, I guess we will see here. Yeah, long story short, we will see here a top 10 running back directly out of the box. What else we have? We have Raheem Mostert. I think he changed already the team, or no, he came from exactly, he came from Miami Dolphins. We have Samuel White, we have Sincere McCormick. I think Sincere McCormick did quite well at the end of the season, but Ashton Chandy will be the so clear running back one that it doesn't really matter if you want to talk here about anything else. Raheem Mostert could catch some could have some touchdowns, taking them away from Ashton Chandy, and maybe Sincere McCormick. Maybe he will do what he did last season, but I guess we will here see around a 60% workload for Ashton Chandy, and we will see here a pretty strong running back. So there is no really old running back affected. Yeah, Uden, whoever is there, Samuel White or whatever, they lose their job. That's pretty easy. They will have a small workout load. Now we come to the Los Angeles Chargers. So to the Chargers, that's pretty interesting. Let us hop over here. We have here Omarion Hampton, and yeah, we have here Najee Harris, and that's the interesting part. Is a round 1 pick, Omarion Hampton. So you should be worried. If you have Najee Harris, you should be worried, in my opinion. It's definitely not the best that can happen to you. I guess we will see a pretty much 50-50, 40-60 through all the season. Najee Harris, don't forget it. I think he didn't miss any game so far in his NFL career because of injuries. So he will be around. He got paid, so they will use him. But Omarion Hampton is a pretty strong rookie. Everybody else on this team is, because of these two very strong running backs, pretty much useless. I'm not sure if I would like to have Hampton or Najee Harris. Maybe you should trade them if you don't like what you see here, because like I said, it will be definitely a split backfield. I cannot say how the percentage all the time change. Maybe also a little bit about injuries and stuff like this, but yeah. So Najee Harris, that was pretty bad for him that Omarion Hampton, that they took a first round rookie. Next one, we have the Miami Dolphins. I think also they picked a running back, or but okay, pretty late here. Let us look for him. Ollie Gordon, here we have him on the Miami Dolphins, but for sure we have here A-Chain, Alexander Madison, swap to them. Okay, we have still here Jalen Wright. So long story short, it will be A-Chain's show, in my opinion. A little bit mixed in with Alexander Madison when it comes to some plays, and I think also some Jalen Wright, but they on A-Chain is not really affected and by all this, and we have here around 6 running backs. So yeah, don't give it too much attention. We have the Minnesota Vikings. They did not draft anybody. Let me see. I just search here for one of them that I will find them here pretty easy. We have here still Aaron Jones. Let me here close some. So we still have here Aaron Jones, which is the clear number 1. And we have some Ty Chandler, Jordan Mason. Oh, they drafted Jordan Mason. Yeah, I forgot that, to be honest. I forgot that. What is the news on Aaron Jones? Is there any news? Yeah, so long story short, that's definitely not the best. For Aaron Jones, they have two very strong running backs here with Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. I think it will be a split backfield. You usually don't like that, but I think they will both see valuable touches. I think both have good chances for some decent touchdowns. The offense should be running decent with JJ McCarthy, the two very strong running backs, and also with Jefferson, Addison, and some other wide receivers. So I think it will be a strong team with a lot of points, but as well here, maybe kind of the same situation. It's not a rookie here that is affecting this, but kind of the same situation like for the Chargers with Najee Harris and Omari Hampton. So not sure if I would be happy to own one of them, but it could be going like, you know, like your typical 10, 11 points per week, or you could be very happy if the other one is maybe getting injured or whatever. Yeah. Next one, New England Patriots. They picked Henderson, a very, very strong rookie. What else they have? They have Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson, and so on. So I think Travion Henderson will definitely overtake this backfield, but we still will see some Ramondre Stevenson and maybe even some Gibson. But long story short, Henderson is here the way to go. Maybe the first few weeks he will see less than 50% of the workload, but I guess especially when the season is moving forward, I think we will see that 50% or even more to Henderson. So pretty good pick if you can pick it up in your rookie drafts or in general in your fantasy draft. Next one, New Orleans Saints. Did they pick a running back? I cannot really remember. Okay, so round 6. Does not really matter. So let's hop over to Kamara. We have Kamara. They CHA or CEH. They traded for. They still have Kendry Miller. So long story short, you should be fine with Kamara. He got a nice contract extension that you can lean on. We will see a little bit of CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. We'll see a little bit of Kendry Miller. If Kamara goes down for whatever reason for a few weeks, I think I would prefer to have Kendry Miller instead of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. But also Kendry Miller did not really make a very, very good job last year. You see here when Kamara was out. So yeah, long story short, it's Kamara or nothing, and his status did not really change because of rookie drafts or whatever. Next one are the New York Giants. New York Giants, oh, that's interesting because of Scadaboo. Pretty interesting running back in my opinion. So long story short, the draft from Scadaboo is very good for the Giants in my opinion, but it's definitely not good for the value of Singletary and Tyron Tracy Jr. The other ones, forget about them completely. We will see a split backfield. I don't know how the split will look. I really could imagine we will see here a 30% split backfield. I say it like it is, really. That's definitely something that I could expect here. And the problem is, I think Singletary maybe will get the least amount of touches, but I see definitely good chances that he gets touches close to the goal line. That's something that I could imagine here. So yeah, let's look forward. I think maybe the first few weeks I would prefer to have Tyron Tracy Jr., but you know his fumble problems last season. I don't know how many fumbles he had, 6 or whatever. So yeah, that's definitely could play bad into his role. But long story short, yeah, I think all of them could have touches. I would like to stay out of the backfield if I could. yeah, if you pick up Scatterboo, don't expect too much, but you could expect some high value weeks, I think, where he could bring you a lot of points. I like that pick from the Giants. Fantasy wise, it's another topic, but yeah. Jets, we are here. Jets, nothing changed here, so we could look for Brees. Sorry, Brees Hall. Yeah, and kind of nothing changed for Brees Hall. Brees Hall is the clear number one, but we have with Breland Allen and Isaiah Davis some pretty good backups. That's maybe why they didn't. Just think about Brees Hall is 23, Breland Allen is 21, and Isaiah Davis is 23 as well. So they have 3 very young and also, in my opinion, good or decent running backs. I think Brees Hall will see the highest amount of snaps during all the season. I mean, look up his numbers here. But in general, I also think it could be a season where you will see very less 87, 82, 81, 84% of snaps, and you could see much more Breland Allen and Isaiah Davis, just to make that clear. But yeah, Brees Hall not affected by running backs, and I would still like to pick him, but it also is kind of a dangerous pick. Next one, Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, do you not need to talk about it? It's, yeah, let's open it quick, but yeah, it's Saquon Barkley and nothing else. It's even hard to predict exactly what I would do if Saquon Barkley goes down. Yeah, you see the numbers from the other running backs. Will Shipley here, H.A. Dillon, okay. Yeah, so it's Saquon Barkley or nothing, and they did not pick anyone, so yeah. Long story short here, Philadelphia Eagles. Pittsburgh Steelers, I think that's interesting. I think they picked one. Yeah, they picked Caleb Johnson, exactly. Caleb Johnson they picked. That's an interesting pick, and they did it earlier. Round 2, exactly. Pretty early. Pretty bad for Jalen Warren. Kenneth Gainwell as well, the same. I think many people expected now it's Jalen Warren time with Najee Harris gone. And I can tell you guys, it's not looking like this. It's looking still like a shared backfield. And I think there is a world where Caleb Johnson is overtaking that backfield. But I also don't think that will be anybody with a 70% share backfield here. Besides, we will see here some injuries, but long story short, not a backfield I'd like to would be in. But I see a good value in Caleb Johnson moving forward, but definitely also maybe not for the first few weeks of the seasons. Next one, San Francisco 49ers, pretty interesting here. They picked a running back, but late, or Jordan James, yeah, round 5. They had round 5 picks. We have here Garando and McCaffrey, and let's make it clear, McCaffrey clear number 1 if he's healthy and so whatever. And I think also McCaffrey definitely a top 12 running back, maybe in a top 5 running back for sure if he is healthy all the season. Will he be healthy all the season? I would not take a bet for it, just to make that clear. Isaac Garando, in my opinion, now the clear number 2 running back. So if I would have to pick one of them, I think I would like to pick Isaac Garando. Why? Because there is a high chance he anyways have maybe a 35% workload anyways, and the chances that McCaffrey gets injured again, needs anyways some breaks to refresh. And also maybe they would take him out if the game is already won, like they had 3 touchdowns ahead, or maybe they are 3 touchdowns behind. So maybe they don't take any risk on McCaffrey. So I see good chances on Isaac Garando, and I think still you have to pick McCaffrey pretty high for the injury risk he has. So depending on that, Isaac Garando, I don't think that this round 5 running back is doing here anything, to be honest. So it should not really matter for the 49ers. Seahawks, they didn't draft any running back, or? Okay, round 7. Okay, let's take that. Damian Martinez. round 7 running back. But yeah, what we have here is Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. I still see Kenneth Walker as their clear number 1 running back, but I think Zach Charbonnet showed up what he can do last season for some games. Look at these numbers, especially this stretch over these 3 games here. After this, not that much anymore, but this stretch was definitely impressive, most impressive for sure with this game. And also the first 3 games, he had some pretty impressive stats, so he can show up if they need him. But again, also Kenneth Walker, don't forget it, is the same age, is still just 24, and also look at his numbers when he was on the field. Look at these games here. Yeah, sure, 6.5, another 3 games with more than 10 points, so on and so on. But he had health issues last year, so yeah, I think you could be happy having both. I think the Seahawks could be a team that scores a lot. I think they have a pretty nice offense. Offense. Their running back with Sam Darnold will not take away rushing yards. So, yeah, long story short, Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet, number 1 and number 2. And the rookie does not here matter. Yeah. Tampa Bay, I think they did not draft anything. My favorite team, so let's hop over it. Bucky Irving is, in my opinion, the clear number 1 running back for the Buccaneers moving forward, with a clear number 2 in Rachaad White, and that's nothing bad to have a number 2 like Rachaad White. It's still a pretty good running back in my opinion. And then we have a number 3 with Sean Tucker. But don't get me wrong, you can pick up Sean Tucker on the waiver wire or whatever if one of them would go down. But we have here a very clear number 1 and a very clear number 2. Both also, I mean, Rachaad White is 26, Bucky Irving is 22. So, yeah, that's it. I think we will see here like a 65-35 backfield. I don't think they will. I mean, look at these numbers here. Sure, he was not a number 1, so you see here barely something, but you only see 1 game with 72% of percentage of snaps. So that number will go up in general for Bucky Irving, but I don't see him having here a lot of 80s or something. I'm seeing more in the 65-70 range, but again, that will be already mean he have a workload. I don't know what is his in general number, but I guess that will be somewhere around 45%. And again, this number I see it going up like 20%. So yeah, no rookies, so they're not affected by that, and that's also pretty good for them. Tennessee Titans, did they draft a running back? I cannot remember. Yeah, late one. Okay, it's round 6, so that does not matter. Let's hop over there. So we will see here then still Tony Pollard with Tajay Spears. I guess it's also here clear number 1, clear number 2. You know, Tony Pollard had some health issues, but also look at his snaps percentages during some of the games. 94, 86, 89, 82. So he needed to play a lot because Tajay Spears had also health issues. Look at this. Looks like a cheese with a lot of holes here inside. Tajay Spears can deliver. Look at these numbers when he needs to. Kind of the same situation like with Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet, but I honestly believe Zach Charbonnet is a little bit better than Tajay Spears. So I'm not sure how Tajay Spears will play if he would have to play a whole season with 60-70%. So I still see Tony Pollard on first place and Tajay Spears on second place. But yeah, also here maybe the question, maybe you want to more invest in Tajay Spears in very late rounds and then hope that Tony Pollard is going down, or that the backfield is switching a little bit like 50-50. And yeah, that could make Tajay Spears maybe the better pick for your fantasy season. And yeah, I'm not talking about round 6 Kalen Mullings. He could develop into something good, but you never know with picks round 5 or later, I would say. And last but definitely not least, we have the Commanders, which did not draft they drafted one in round 7. Sorry, but I didn't. Yeah, everything round 5 or later, I have it in my mind. So we have here an interesting backfield because we still have here Eckler and Brian Robinson. And I think Brian Robinson had a pretty bad season last season, besides the first 5 games. Look at the first 5 games. I don't know what is it here. It's like around 15 points per game. That's a pretty nice stretch. But then it started like with his health issues. Out a game, then another good game, a okay game, 2 games out, a good game, a very bad game, a very good game, bye week, 10, 1, 7. So I don't know what to expect. He's also 26. He's not 23 or anything like this. I honestly expected them to pick a running back a little bit more early. Not round 1, not round 2, but maybe they had not a round 3 pick. Okay, they had barely picks anyways. But yeah, let me say round 3, round 4, maybe latest round 5, I would have expected them to pick a running back. Eckler, in my opinion, performed a little bit better last year than expected, but also here he had an injury. What was it? It was the concussion. It was a concussion, so he was out for the rest of the season. Besides the last game he had a fumble. So, but also here, look at this stretch: 3 very good games when he was the first guy for them. Also some other nice games with 10, 12, 9, 8 points. So also here, maybe, I don't know how much you have to invest in Brian Robinson to get him. Chris Rodriguez, 25. So if Chris Rodriguez would be maybe 22, 23, maybe I would invest a little bit in him. But it's also, or Jerry McNichols, everything is so unsure. So the only thing I think that is sure is that Brian Robinson and Eckler will get their touches. Both seem plagued by injuries, so it can swap at any time, to be honest. I think you have to invest much more in Brian Robinson Jr. than you have to invest in Eckler. So I also think maybe I would prefer here waiting, pick earlier something else like better running backs, better wide receivers or whatever before I pick Brian Robinson, and then pick later on Eckler. That maybe Eckler again gives me around this 8 points per game if I have to put it in while everybody is healthy. But if Brian Robinson goes down, I think we can see a lot of 15, 16, 17, 14 points games from Eckler still this season. They have a pretty good offense. They will make a lot of points. Jaden Daniels also likes to rush, so it could open up space for Eckler for his receiving play. So yeah, long story short, I like Eckler here a little bit more because of that reasons. But in general, if I have to make a guess which running back will have more running back touches week 1, it's Brian Robinson. That's it for this video, guys. We now 32 teams. We talked over running backs to target or avoid, depending on the draft or what happened in the draft. And that's it for this video, guys. See you. Bye-bye.